Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a bronzy fall kind of look, another one of my favorite looks. Actually, I'm not going to lie, I do these kind of looks almost like all year round, but anyhow. So yeah, if you want to see how I get this look, just keep watching. Alright, to start, I'm prepping my skin with my Lush Celestial moisturizer and my CeraVe cream. This is the Tarte sunblock. It's very silky and it smells really good. I love it. I'm doing my brows, nothing special, with a Maybelline brow pencil. It's called Brow Precise. I have thick brows, so I'm just filling it in the sparse areas, and then I am putting some clear brow gel on top. The clear brow gel is by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I'm obsessed with this brow gel. It's the best. It's like hair gel for your brows. It pretty much keeps them in place, and for me, my hairs go crazy, so I need that. This is the NARS Smudge Proof shadow base. I put that all over before my shadow so it's even. This is the Kat Von D Monarch palette. I'm using the shade, let's see, Tiny Death with a MAC 217 brush. I start at the outer corner so that way I have more control. I pretty much put this from outside to inside, and I just buff in little circles. I want this color to not be too bright, but I want it to be nice and light. And then I'm putting some in my tear ducts so that way it opens up the eyes. I'm using this a Morphee brush with the Soft Peach from Anastasia. I'm putting it in my crease so that way it starts to take form and shape. I pretty much it's the same color as my skin, so I pretty much just go back and forth until I have a light shade in there. It's going to be a light shadow, like something natural pretty much. And the Morphe brush is 504. It's a big fluffy brush to help blow it out. I'm using Morroco by Anastasia. I'm putting this in my crease and against that bone, so above, to give that blown out effect and start building up the layers of colors that I want. I love warm colors, like I've always said, so I always do this type of technique. I put like many colors in my crease to help with the gradient effect and the transition of different colors. So yeah, I just continue to build it. I always tell people that you want your makeup to last, you want intensity, you want pigmentation, you need to put layers. It doesn't matter how many layers you put on, as long as you buff it and blend it into your skin, it will look fine. I'm taking a MAC 217 brush with the shade, let's see, Healing Jar by Kat Von D. This is a taupe color, and I'm just keeping in the outer half. I want that crease to be defined in there, but still keeping it warm. I'm taking that same brush, dipping it into Morocco to buff out my waterline or lower lash line, so that way it helps framing it. I'm taking Vanish by Kat Von D, which is similar to MAC's All That Glitter, and a 239 brush by MAC, placing it on my lid and wiping the color onto my lid from the lashes to the crease, so that way I cover the entire lid space. And I'm kind of tilting my head back a little bit, even though it doesn't look like it, and I'm looking down into a mirror so I see all the space I have between my brows and my lashes. So yeah. Now I'm taking a Morphe 502 brush, and I'm taking the shade Deadhead, and it's an orangey color with a little bit of shimmer, not too much shimmer though. It's still kind of a matte texture, and I'm warming up the crease even further. Now I'm taking the shade Papilio, and I'm putting it on the outer corner with a MAC 217, and I'm pretty much just deepening this up so that way it kind of gets a little smoky. I pat some on from the lashes to where the crease begins, but not above that, and I keep it in that V shape, and then I put some on and then I buff it away. I put some on and then I buff it away. Pretty soon I'll do a tutorial on showing you a basic eyeshadow technique, slowly, not fast forward, so that way you can learn how to do shadow. And once you learn how to do this technique, you can do pretty much any look with any color. So I'm buffing it away with a clean Morphe brush, and then going back in and adding more intensity by adding more layers. Now I'm taking a Joann flat shader brush, which is a dupe for MAC's 212 brush. I'm putting that dark shade Papilio underneath my waterline and my lower lash line to create some more frame and dimension. We have already that Morocco shade down there, so that's going to help frame the eye. I'm taking this eyeliner by Jordana. It's a dupe for a MAC eyeliner. I will put it down below because I don't have it on me at the moment. but it's a rich warm brown color. These liners are like $3. You can use them as shadows or liners, and they do not move. The best liners I've ever used, ever. It beats anything from Sephora and from MAC. So now I'm lining my eyes with the NYC liquid liner. It's a matte black liner, and I'm pretty much just putting my pinky on my cheek and doing it very fast. I'm going for a bat wing today, so it's a little bit different from your typical cat eye. And I will also do a slow eyeliner tutorial, so that way you can see how to do it, and how I do it instead of me fast forwarding it. So maybe you can try it and become better at it. But eyeliner is one of those things that's really hard. It's probably the hardest thing to do in makeup, and it's always the last thing that people learn. So now I'm doing my mascara with my favorite mascara from Loreal called Voluminous and Carbon Black. There we go. And then there's no special trick with this. I put on mascara until I feel that my lashes look fake enough. I like them to be dramatic at all times. Doesn't matter my makeup look. I like them to be fake, black, long. You know the drill. Now I'm using my Maybelline Baby Skin Primer. This is a really good primer for someone that has a more normal to dry skin type. I'm pretty much putting it all over so it's even, it makes my makeup last, and it's very silky on the skin. Now I'm using this Flower Beauty Cosmetics Foundation Stick by Drew Barrymore. My shade is SF5, and I am putting it all over my skin straight from the tube. It's pretty much a full coverage foundation. It can be sheer though also, depending on the brush you use. The brush that I'm using by MAC, I'll have the number down below, but it is a more stiff brush, so it will help sheer out the product. Most days I wear just sheer coverage, but there are days where I want to be like full-blown flawless. So yeah, but most of the time I like my skin to look like skin. So yeah, I just buff it out, make sure it's even. I'm putting on some concealer by Sephora. It's a serum concealer. My shade is number 10. I really like my concealer to always be full coverage. Always. I don't want anything showing from underneath my eyes at any time. So I'm taking a Morphee G2 brush and I'm pressing all the concealer into my skin. So I'm stippling it on. There's never a time where I blend my concealer out. I always press it into the skin. It looks like I'm blending because the video is fast forward and I'm doing it really, really fast. So I'm just pressing it in with the brush. It's very important. You don't want that concealer to move, and you don't want your coverage to go away. So you press, and I'm just putting the excess, whatever's left of my brush, around my nose to cover up any redness, and just taking the excess, using it up. I'm using a Morphe G0 brush with my Bare Minerals Ready Veil in tan. It's a pressed mineral veil powder, and it's the most comfortable matte finish powder I've ever used. If you have dry skin, this powder's for you. It'll give you a nice natural matte finish, but it will not leave you feeling like you have sandpaper on your face, which is really, really important. This brush is the best, I swear. It stipples your powder on beautifully. You don't even have to like work at it. You just touch it to your face and it blends. I'm using the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I put a lot underneath my eyes to press it in, and then I kind of sweep it away with the brush a little bit afterwards with a little bit of extra product. I don't want my concealer to move, so that's why I do this step. Oh, and this is an e.l.f. brush, by the way. It's like $3. Now I'm using my Wet n Wild bronzer in Toast to You. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Another warm bronzy look that I'm obsessed with. So I don't know why my camera keeps cutting off, but it cut off while I was doing my blush and bronzer and highlight, basically my cheeks. So as blush, I used MAC's Eternal Sun Pro Longwear Blush. This is a bronzy blush that has lots of it has a sheen to it, and it's warm. It has a peachy bronze neutral tone to it. I'll show you a swatch. It's very pretty. I like to build it up as you probably know by now. So that's what it looks like. It's really flattering on warm skin tones, or any skin tones that have like yellow in them. It's very pretty. It gives a pretty sheen to the skin. And then I used my all-time favorite MAC Limited Edition Perfectly Poised Mineralize Skinfinish. I just mix the two and then put it on the tops of my cheekbones. That was the most weirdest swatch, but yeah, this way. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Coppery, bronzy, pinky color. And then my bronzer was just a bronzer by Wet n Wild. I believe it was limited edition. It's called Toast to You. It's a dupe for MAC's Give Me Sun. So I use that all over my face to warm up my skin. And then for lip liner, I use Jordana's Tawny lip liner, which is like a $2 or $3 lip liner. I got it at Walgreens. This is just a really pretty, let's see, neutral color. It's a pink with a splash of brown in it. Very neutral, very pretty. Goes with everything kind of color. And it's retractable. It's really, really good. I love it. And then I used a lipstick called Daringly Nude. It's matte by Maybelline. And it's very similar to MAC's Kinda Sexy, but a little bit lighter. So I'll give you a swatch of that. So this is a very pretty lipstick too. So those are the things that I use when my camera cut off. But yeah, so this is the final look. Like I said, just another fun, bronzy, warm look that I'm always up for. So if you enjoyed my videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like it, or I think that's the same thing. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, alright? Thank you.